Good morning, everybody. This is Max, and this is DexFXCopy.com, and this is your daily update for February 6, 2018. All right, so here's what we have. We are making a small change in the way that we filter all of the bots and the systems. Right now, we have bot 1, bot 2, bot 3, and bot 4. Now, these bots, doesn't matter what the names are or what have you, as one does well or falls onto or gets into or out of favor, right now we have it out there for everybody to be able to see that success rate. So I'm basically making a clone, if you will, of each particular bot. And this here is going to be called alpha. And alpha bots are going to run as the qualifier, if you will. Okay? Well, each bot will be able to see what the success rate is. So we'll be able to take what pair it does well on. We're going to put it on about 20 pairs, and we're going to have this system running behind the scenes. And I'll tell you why here in a second. Okay? Has to do a lot with the process of mentality, if you will. Okay, so as each one of these bots, and we call this Odin, we call it Vader, we call it Grinch. This could be Canon, new one, simply 4X. All these will be running. Okay, now as they are running, they're giving us our success rates on each pair. Which ones are doing positive, which ones are doing negative. Okay, and what we're going to do, instead of filtering out to a particular max prime or something else to that effect, we're then going to have it run with the filter, not through the filter into another account, okay? Because there creates a delay here. That's what happens, okay? But I'm going to make a separate MT4 account for this, put the bots with the new variables, okay, onto each one of the bots. So this would be alpha bot 1. This would then be called beta bot 1, right? Beta bot 2 or alpha bot 2, and so forth, okay? So each one would have an alpha and a beta. That's basically how the system is going to work right now. The alpha series will be held behind the scenes, which means nobody will really see this part of it. So even you forward guys, okay, even you fast forward folks are going to get a filtered version of the bots themselves as best as I possibly can, okay? And the reason why I'm doing this is because I need that next set of filters to be as pretty damn near perfect as possible. Now, I don't mean 100% success, but I mean filtering really good trades, okay? Because when somebody sees an Odin bot or a Vader bot that starts to do badly, okay, you don't really get a good warm and fuzzy, right? Now, why I'm doing this as well is because on a particular trade system, when we send it over to my effects book, what we're seeing is that there's a long trade and a short trade, okay? And on some pairs, the longs do really well, yay, and the shorts do really bad, boo, okay? But in some cases, on a particular pair, a long will do really well, but a short will do really bad, okay? Or vice versa. Now, the point being is that if I filter out into another bot, I can't isolate long and short. But if I place it all onto a system from beta, if this is alpha, I'm sorry, and then this is beta, I can filter out, take a long, but no short, or take a short and no long, or take them both, or reverse it completely. Okay, so that's the point that I'm trying to make here with this process is that there is a tremendous amount of success happening. We just have to be able to read through the lines. Now let me take you over and show you. Let's start out, of course, let's go over the Max Prime series. We had some good increase from yesterday, something almost like 30-something, 37 pips. So we're up from yesterday, and we just broke over profit margin, okay, over equity line, zero equity line. So again, we're looking at a macro look of the last almost just not really past the last month, okay? We started on the 23rd, so we got right around 13 days, about 2 weeks worth of info here, okay? Now, this info had a few mistakes in it. In the very beginning, we were doing really well. We were loving it. We had a couple of, I had one mistake in here. This was a mistake day. This is a big boo-boo day. And then we had one boo-boo day in here, but this one was an actual decline, okay? So what I mean by a boo-boo day is that there was a pair that should have been removed the previous week that snuck in there that I didn't realize was still connected. And that's why that connection, I won't say is faltered, but it needs attention. So now I'm going to go direct, which will be a heck of a lot better. So our my FX book system will change a little bit too. You'll see Dex FX copy, beta and alpha. So if you see alpha up there, you know that it's raw material. It's like these will be all the alpha series. Okay, I'll add pairs on because right now we're using these particular pairs, but you'll see me add pairs on and take pairs off. Okay, now Max Prime is going to change a little bit too, and I'll show you here at the end what that'll look like. Let's go over and look at the Dex Grinch. I'm not worried about swipes from our friends over, or friends from IML, the swipe trade thing. I stopped doing that because there was just too many losses. Now all of a sudden they're saying they're winning, so we'll go back and reinvestigate that here in a little bit. The Dex Grinch, let me tell you, once we filter this thing down, holy crap, we're going to get a very, very strong series here. Why? Because the program itself, even though, I want you to look at this, even though the equity declined here and we sort of bounced back out, and we're doing so, I want you to look, it's only been, this is a month's worth of data here, okay? When we get about 2 months, it should kind of look like this, right? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. This is my interpretation of the data that we have so far. And once we get it onto its own alpha to beta series, it's going to be even better. Why? Because we can take an entire trade system of the USD CHF, the USD JPY, the USD CAD, you see in this? This is beautiful. Euro JPY, and go completely to the beta bot and put those on direct. These could be traded direct, and this would yield out 100. Now, because remember, this has only been on since the 8th. So in a month, 118, 151, okay, only 17 there. So it's not a lot, right? But we only had 9 trades. We only had 22 trades with a 41% success rate. It is positive with a 41% success rate. Whew, had a sneeze fit, sorry. So why is it successful with only 41% success rate? Because it is an R1 to 2, which means for every dollar we risk, we can make $2, right? That's why you can have a very low success rate and still be in the positive. So USD CHF may stay on and may not, it all depends. Okay, on how it looks in our daily walk of life on the beta that we're going to do. Now, am I just going to leave it there? No. On the beta bot, because this is the alpha test, okay, this is alpha test right here. On the beta bot, on the beta series of this, we're going to have shorts on the Audi JPY, okay, so look at this. We'll have shorts on the Audi JPY, longs on the Audi USD, shorts on the Euro Great Britain pound. Now it has to meet some criteria. It has to have had at least 5 trades happen to it, okay, that have to be successful and be in a positive, and not just a couple pennies. It has to be over 20 pips, okay. We're looking for a criteria here. We'll have of course, the Euro JPY will be on all the way. Euro USD wouldn't have made the cut here, so on the long side or the short side. So this one wouldn't be placed at all. It would still run on alpha to see if that it could recover and maybe one day join that. And once it does, it'll be investigated and then that bot will be put on. Okay? The Great Britain pound JPY wouldn't be used either. Now, because the Great Britain pound JPY fell below 40%, this could be used as a reverse. Right, you see where this is going? Also, the long side will be used. And all three of these will be used all the way. Okay? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a reverse, 6, 7, 8, 9 series that will be used. Now, you could argue that, okay, we could put them on and reverse this particular JPY with just a long, with just a short, and reverse that one. And you're absolutely right. We could actually go down and choose the systems here and reverse this one, and do that to this particular bot. You're absolutely right. And as each one falls out of favor or flips that position, draws under 24% or above, we could flip them out and push them on and do all that kind of good stuff. But now the protection, okay? Now the protection is it's going to go from a, let me see if I can, page up here. It's going to go from raw data, okay, there's raw data here, and be placed manually onto, so if this is alpha, this will be beta, it'll be placed right here on the proper directions, okay? So this will give us our information, this will give us our final result, our second to final result. Why? Well, because each one of these bots will have a success rate, and so will these. But the Euro JPY might be 67% with a profit margin of whatever on how many pips. Okay, there's three variables in there we got to look at. But on this one, it might be better. It might be better than this one. So you could choose to filter it out from that point and which one you take. Now you can apply your fast forward filter from the DexFX copy stuff. And each one of these systems has a specific drawdown, has specific how many ticks it takes, what time it trades. It has so much information. Okay? So, for all you people that are here now, that are watching this, you're watching the development of a solution that creates these beta bots. Okay? These beta bots, this is where the gold is at. Okay? It's a lot of great information up here, but until it's transferred over to these, okay, it's not filtered out and automatically put on there. This is now going to be a completely different system. So this success rate and this success rate will then be able to filter out that process from the beta bots, which then could all come back down to, guess what? A max prime system, right? If you're doing your own, okay, if you're fast filtering out your own from the regular series, but if you're part of the max prime system, you're like, okay, thank you, see you later. You don't really need to do too much. You're going to get the best of the best out of this, and that's going to be filtered out once a week. All right? So this is what you paid for. You paid for getting into a program, with a company that's going to be, one, transparent, two, tell you the exact truths that are happening, and three, make improvements. What, did you think I was going to see it start to go down and change my mentality and go do something different? No. What this is doing is doubling down into what we have and filtering it out, tweaking the process. This is the problem with most people when they start to trade, is that you get this mentality that if this is zero and this is $1 and this is a minus $1, if it falls down to here, you're like, no bueno. Forget this system. It's no good. Or you do that. Here's $1. Here's minus $1. Here's zero. Okay. It goes like this. You're like, yay. You get everything in. Then it falls down and then you quit. If it falls down, you quit. Comes back up. You start regretting. You get back in. It falls back down. You quit. Okay. But don't worry. This is the mentality of a lot of people. Even myself have gotten there. But what I've said now, with this beta bot process that we're going to be doing, okay, is to filter it all out, to let this continue to run. Why do we let this continue to run? Why do we let alpha run? We let alpha run because we need what? Data. We need to know what's going good and what's going bad. I don't need a crystal ball to tell the future. I just need a trend recognizer, if you will. And what does a trend look like? Does a trend ever look like a straight line? No, a trend looks like this. And if you get into a trend, you usually can get into right around here on a trend. You never get in on the trend as it just flips up. There's no crystal ball. There's a few things in there that'll tell you crossovers and volume, convergence and divergence and all that kind of good stuff. So this is what we're looking for from alpha, is to tell us when is a pair, when does the EU start trading well, when does the strategy start working good? Does the strategy start working good when it's on an incline or a breakout immersion or what have you? So we look at a process that if we take the data from alpha and apply it to a beta bot and let it trade, that success should be even better. Should be even better once we filter out the best results of all the betas into, I guess you can call this the omega at that point. Okay? So that's what we're doing now over the next couple of days. So let's go real quickly through all of the bots and I'll show you exactly what's going on. And again, this will change. I will get you the internals for the beta series of the MyFX book and they'll all be up. And just so you know, all of them from now on, okay, is gonna have this happen. Track record verified, trading privileges verified. And we're doing this for a reason, because we're going to use the beta, okay, information and even the omega series that we're going to have as advertising. And I want people to know that it's real. Okay? Because now that we're at this series that we could start to develop, and I want you to look at these numbers. This is incredible. All right? It's been running since the 26th or 29th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading days. And it did 206 pips. Right? 200 or 6 trading days. 1, 2, 6, 7. 7 trading days, 206, 205 pips basically. About 29 pips a day just for this one bot. Now I filter this thing out, and on beta, that one, all the way across, and there. And there. Yep. Because we see those trends. Right? Complete reverse. This one's a good one for complete reverse. Under 40%. Under 40%. But this won't be complete reverse. It'd be a complete reverse here. Okay? So, once we filter that out, how much would that have been if we had it filtered out at this level? Pretty expansive, actually. We're excited about this one. The Canon doesn't have a signal system on there yet, but I'm making it. The signal providers from the program that you're going to see on Dex Effects are going to be taken off. Excuse me. So the betas are what's going to be on the network. All right. I'm Max Farrell. This is Dex Effects Copy, and I really do appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing you all inside. We are going to put out an email today when we're going to have this webinar, but I need to get all this work done. And then once I get it all done, then I'm going to have the webinar with you so I can explain and show you exactly where everything is at. All right? Hope you had a great day. Take care. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.